Greetings from the United States. It's exciting that the pioneers in New Zealand are coming together because you are in fact in many ways leading an international movement. What was happening in Littleton was on our webpage, and it in fact inspired much of what we do here in the States. I'm excited that you're now sharing the new open source software, but I'm looking to you to customize it in ways that will benefit the whole movement. That's why the software has now been changed to open source so that you can customize it. In terms of the things that I would urge you to do in starting a Timebank, first turn to yourselves, to the pioneers, because you are in fact learning from each other, and what is happening there has been for us what we're learning from. So learn from each other, because those who have done it first know how hard it is to get it started, and you've come up with new ways to create and new ways to use time banking. I would want to mention Littleton, because Littleton has been such a pioneer in really finding ways that the world of time banking can bridge to the other worlds of exchange and to the world of market and to building a new kind of economy. I want to mention the 5 core values: that everybody is an asset, that we need to redefine what we value as work, that reciprocity and giving back and giving others the opportunity to pay it forward is a key to time banking, that community and the interdependence of community is very special, and that we are the feedback loop, the value of respect, and amplifying the voices of those who are earning time banks and time credits is so critical to the growth of the movement, but also as a corrective to initiatives that the government starts, that the NGO world starts, and without that amplifying, they don't know whether what they're doing is working, and time banking can be the feedback loop that they count on. The last thing I would say is we need to learn from you here in the States and around the world. We need to learn from New Zealand, so we're looking to you to provide us with leadership and inspiration and stories that in effect reaffirm the values that there are more important things and other ways of valuing than money, that there are domains other than money, and we in time banking are pioneering a medium of exchange that redefines what value is, redefines what worth is. There are 3 things that time banking contributes. First, it contributes a new medium of exchange. We have a medium of exchange called money that rewards competition. We have a medium of exchange called grades and academic credits and degrees that reward us when we learn. We have frequent flyer miles and loyalty points that reward loyalty to a brand. But we have no medium of exchange until there was time banking that rewarded that other part of us as human beings. That is about caring and sharing and collaboration and preserving things to pass on to the next generation. And time banking is the new medium of exchange that nurtures and rewards the kind of human beings that we all can be. So that's the first thing I wanted to say about time banking, that we have a very special medium of exchange that our species needs. The second is we are in fact giving economic value to something called the core economy, the economy of family, neighborhood, community, and civil society. It's not an economic system that is part of the GDP. All it does is raise children, create vibrant neighborhoods, create and strengthen families, make democracy work, hold officials accountable, fight for social justice, and maybe even make the planet sustainable. That's the core economy, and that's the economy that we are rebuilding. You in New Zealand know that and value that above others, and so I think as we give quantity and quality and stories we make that core economy come alive. And that's the second thing. The third thing is co-production. We need a partnership between the core economy and the monetary economy. You have pioneered that, I know, in Littleton and in other places, and without that partnership, nothing that we do to try and address social problems works unless we enlist those whom we're trying to help as co-workers and co-partners and co-producers of those outcomes. Those are the three key messages I think that we need to communicate with time banking: a new medium of exchange, the core economy, and co-production. In starting a time bank, there are three things to remember. First, always start off by looking at the incredible capacities that the new members have. They don't think of themselves as able to give, but in fact, they bring a wealth to community that the community doesn't know about. Second, turn to each other, turn to the pioneers, because you have right there in New Zealand a wealth of experience that the pioneers have created, and believe me, that wealth, that experience, those stories are all you need. The third piece is come up with a common project when you start a time bank. The individual transactions, me helping A, helping B, helping C, helping me, those are the hardest parts of time banking because nobody likes to ask for help. But the easiest part to get people into time banking is a common project, a potluck, a common event that everybody can contribute to. A monthly birthday party that people can bring things to or can do entertainments at. The common project is the easiest way to get people engaged and get people earning time credits. So those are the three things I would urge you to keep in mind when you launch a time bank. We took Community Weaver, we upgraded it to open source, to Drupal, because we felt that it was critically important that everybody take ownership of it and that every community be able to improvise, to customize, and to add to it. Because now that it becomes a community-wide asset, we all can benefit from the innovations and the ways in which you're using it to make it easier and for others to use. So as you develop and customize it, we'll learn from you and you'll learn from us, and that's the new power of this software.